Now, we continue here about 30 seconds later, and coffee's getting close to drop. And we're getting nice, hopefully I can get a good angle here. That's why I just adjusted the camera so you can see me and you can see the coffee, hopefully. Again, this is a rest stop. Now, this rest stop is southbound on I-95 near Mims. And Mims is a small town, I guess it's still part of the Space Coast. But anyways, this rest stop is slated to be completely redone in October. So I imagine probably for a year it won't be accessible. So what it looks like now, as I gaze around, will not be what it looks like in the future. It's going to be more of a larger parking area for the trucks and less of this area here. And I'll shoot this when my coffee is finished, but the kind of a secluded picnic area, and it's actually quite nice. There's only a few rest stops in Florida that are kind of like this one, and it gives a person that's out on the road basically a little bit of time away from the highway so much and relax. But I think the state of Florida is erring on the side of safety because it is much harder to secure when you have an area like this, and that might be why they're making it more of an open plan with the picnic. As I understand, the picnic area will be more towards the highway, where you have all the noise and also the bright sunlight, not all the shade, which I will show here in a moment when the coffee finishes brewing. And we're nearly there. I don't know if you can see that. And I know people make fun of me because I leave the label on my coffee. The reason why I did that, there was a while where during this build, I was purchasing coffee, especially when it was rainy. And what I noticed was that the stupid clerks, and I say that affectionately, but they are stupid. I would tell them that I had a small refill, which is 16 ounces or less. This is a 16 ounce insulated container, travel container. Unfortunately, these idiots would then say, no, it isn't. They would just decide upon their own, or that's the way they were trained. And they would charge me for the refill up to 32 ounces or some ridiculous amount. And I would pay $3 for a refill of coffee at a convenience store. I know that sounds cheap of me, but if I'm supposed to be paying $1.20 or $1.60 and you charge me $3, well, that kind of insults me. Especially when I told you that it was. It's almost as if they don't believe you, or they're too stupid to realize that this is only 16 ounces. Anyways, actually it's a little shy of 16 ounces, but you know, who cares? For the sake of argument, it's just the fact that a lot of people you run into. So I left the label on it, and it, until it was worn as it is now, it did clearly show that it was 16 ounces, and then I'd put it in their face and make them redo the transaction, because why reward stupidity? Anyways, I'm going to return shortly and show you a little bit of the scenery here, and also I want to show how I put everything back in its place for travel as soon as I finish.